It's time for another Lion Vision update. It's a season preview for the 2017 baseball season. Coach, baseball season's finally here. Your team's opening up this weekend. You've got 4 starters returning from a year ago. I think 13 lettermen returning overall, some newcomers mixed in. How's the team look so far in the early goings of practice?
I think one of the advantages we've had this year is the weather's been so cooperative, and normally we don't have that. So we've had an opportunity to be outside this whole stretch and get our guys to get acclimated to the season and get prepared for the season. So yeah, I thought we had a good preseason practice and preparation, and now obviously everybody's excited to get playing, and we're going to have a big challenge this weekend.
Let's start out and let's preview your outfield. You did lose some big pieces in the outfield last year, some senior leaders, but you've got some players stepping in. Redshirt Benjamin Cooley, he'll probably be in center field. Connor Kaiser saw some time in the outfield as well. What's the outlook right now for that group?
I really think our outfield has a chance to be very good. Obviously all 3 of those guys that started were seniors last year and were replaced, but also Connor Kaiser played a significant amount of time for us in the outfield. He is returning. Ben Cooley obviously was with us last year but didn't play, so having him in there coming off he was a Gold Glove All-American in junior college, so it's going to be nice to have him in the outfield. But I think we have some new guys and actually some returners there. TJ Lockett is a transfer from East Central Mississippi who's been extremely good this fall, very athletic, and he's probably going to be in left field, but he also can play center field, so he's going to be playing. But the one that was on our team last year got a little bit of playing time but has just a really good fall and a good spring is Drake Tucker, and he's really been our best right fielder, really handles the sun well. So he's done a good job, and then of course you got Mitchell Lovell and Tate Mathis also in the outfield. So we feel we got 6 really pretty good outfielders, and the ones that are going to be playing we feel are going to be very good.
You don't have a whole lot to replace in the infield. You've got Kyle Hubbock back at first base. He hit 12 or 13 home runs a year ago, I believe. Peyton Sockwell had an outstanding freshman campaign at shortstop. Davis Elliott, a redshirt freshman a year ago, he's now a sophomore. He saw a lot of time at the hot corner at third base. How do you feel about this infield group heading into the season?
It's with having those guys back, we felt the infield had an opportunity to be pretty strong. Now what we have done, just because of some situations, moving them around. Now Kyle Hubbock might start at third base, obviously coming on first base. Peyton Sock will definitely be starting at shortstop. Obviously what he did as a true freshman, come back as sophomore, so we'll hope he'll kind of solidify that infield position. And then Davis Elliott, who was at third, we've actually moved him to second base. So Davis is making that transition, but he's been swinging the bat real well. He's a kid that's got a lot of speed, pretty good arm strength. We kind of think that's going to be a little bit of a movement for him, but it kind of depends on our new guys that are involved. At first base, we got Brant Holland and Logan Carter, who are also catchers who have been playing first base, and then Aaron Hobbs, who's had kind of been injury prone through the fall and even into the spring, who's got a chance to play at third base. But they're all, it's kind of the movement's kind of nice that we've been able to move it. And then you got obviously Chris Blakey, who played for us last year, periodic at second base. He'll be also involved in the infield, and then we'll just kind of play it out and see where we're going to play everybody and see how it works.
The catcher position, you lose 2 seniors from a year ago that saw time extensively behind the plate. And how do you feel that void heading into the season?
Well, I think obviously with Kevin Hall, and you had Jeff Smith, but Kevin Hall obviously going with the Mets, that was going to be offensive was going to be tough. But we did bring in 2 really good catchers that are also going to play first base. And then Logan Carter's a catcher, and so far he's done very well. Same with Brant Holland. They're all kind of a little bit different. Then you have Peyton Thomas, who caught as a freshman, who's really done a good job. Last year he didn't get as much playing time because of the senior, but this year I see him get a lot more opportunities. So we really depends on who's playing first base and kind of who's throwing, which way they're going to do, and we'll just kind of see how it goes and see who handles the defensive part of that catching better than the other ones, because it's going to be extremely important, and they're going to have to be solid behind the plate for us.
Let's head into your pitching staff, where you lose your top 2 pitchers from a year ago as far as innings pitched, and you've got 2 returnees I know that you expect to plug into your weekend pitching staff, as well as 1 returnee. What's the outlook from the mound?
Well, from the fall, and you never know. If you indication how well we've done in the fall and this early spring, we got a chance to be a pretty good pitching staff. I think Coach Hancock's done a great job with getting everybody kind of mixed. The new guys have really adapted well. I think as a whole, the team has really bought into a lot more what we're trying to do. Now, obviously, we'll see when we start playing games. But, you bring in some transfers, and like Tyler Joyner, Knew he had some pretty good numbers out of junior college, but he's really taken a step beyond what we thought he was going to be able to do to kind of probably take over that number 1 spot. But having Devin Traglia back and Bradley Bailey, who both had significant time on the weekends, so it's nice to have those back. But then you got Lane Wallace also, who's been every bit as good as those 3 on the weekends, possibly pitching midweek games, or he's going to be in the bullpen. So it's going to be interesting, and then hopefully in the bullpen will be good with Dylan Stewart coming back, and then Channing Wall, and then you got Shane Priest mixed in there, and a few freshmen that are going to be having opportunities. So this weekend we'll really kind of get an idea where the depth of the pitching staff and what kind of roles everybody's going to take place as we progress forward.
The Lion baseball team opens up their season this weekend against Central Missouri on the road. First home contest will be February 11th against Bellarmine. Be sure and visit RoarLions.com to keep up with all things baseball, and season tickets are still on sale. Get yours today.